Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And I'm in Portugal and I'm in the middle of the project of building a driveway here because yeah, it washed away. But I also have this project, ENGWE, and well, especially Delilah at ENGWE wanted me to review one of their bicycles. I don't know how many bicycles they think that I am gonna be able to ride, but I did find a bicycle that I thought was pretty interesting. So today we're gonna have a look at their X26 in black. This box is heavy as hell. So I think it says 52 kilograms down there at the bottom. I don't know if that's correct. It definitely feels like 52 kilograms, and apparently the bicycle is 41 kilograms. So a very big box and not a lot other stuff on it. So yeah, I'm gonna get this out and roughly assembled. ENGWE is one of these companies that makes electric bicycles, and they are produced in China, designed in California, made in China, and they are very easy to work with as a influencer, YouTuber. In Denmark right now it's not really bicycle weather. I just got a report from my mom. It has been freezing at home, and so I asked if they could send it to Portugal, which they have actually done more than once before, and they could. And I needed to be here when the bicycle arrived, so I was gonna land here in the middle of the night. It was Wednesday. I landed Wednesday, late Wednesday, and I was here at my house very early Thursday, and the bicycle landed here midday Thursday. So it was perfectly timing. I wrote them and said that it was 110% perfectly timed. So I was very happy with that. So yeah. So this bicycle has big wheels. Here are the big wheels that it has. So, but I'm not gonna unbox this because I have done plenty of unboxing and assembling bicycles from ENGWE. So I think I will unbox it and then we'll take it for a longer spin instead, and I'll show you some of the area around here. We'll go a little bit further than we usually do. Okay, I kind of finished assembling the bicycle. It's huge. It's almost as big as a little motorcycle. So yeah, very cool. There is suspension in the front wheel, there's suspension in the middle of the bike, and there is suspension on the back wheel. So there's quite a lot of suspension on this. Also found that they sent me the biggest model. It has a battery here, a normal slide-up battery, and then there's a battery inside of here, which you can kind of see it. It says it down here that it's 19.2 amp hours, and there's a little switch under the seat that you can turn on and off if you want that battery to kick in. Oh, I turn it. Did I turn it off, or did it turn off by itself? I think it turned off by itself. Yeah, at the moment it's only this battery that is active. I turned off the one back here and I'm charging it. I have the charger in here. It started raining while I was putting this together, so apparently this battery came quite charged up, but this one is quite empty, so I'm charging that. Currently it's at like 21%, so working on it. It's gonna take a little bit. So yeah, it looks really cool, I must admit. And you can kind of have someone on the back, which is very much not allowed in very many countries. So yeah, charging. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm probably supposed to say that this bike was sponsored by ENGWE. I think it's obvious, but well, the YouTube overlords wants me to say that. So yeah, this video is sponsored ENGWE. check him out, link in the description. Finally a bit of sunshine. It has been doubtful weather here, but today it's gonna be good. And I have the awesome X26 e-bike from ENGWE out again and charging. And I thought I would combine this video a little bit with one of the other companies that I work with, which is All Powers, also located in Xinjiang, China. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I work with Krit, who is an employee at the All Powers, and he has supplied me with this awesome, this is the R600, I believe, and it's a small charging unit, and it has solar panels and a battery, and at the moment it's charging the e-bike. So I thought that was a pretty well put together a little combination there, charging the e-bike from solar panels. It's at 100% up here. Don't know, the sun might be totally ruining that. So oh, you can see that it's actually saying 100%. I don't know why, because when I disconnected it from the charger it wasn't that high, but then it is that high. So at the moment we're getting 42 watts into the charging station, and the e-bike is drawing 34 watts. 42, 34. So we are both charging this unit and the bike at the moment. So that's awesome. I'm sure it's not taking in full power, it's like balancing the cells or something. So that part is cool. There is 2 charging ports. There's one charging port here for this battery, and then there is another charging port down here, which is a little bit, so we might want to charge that afterwards. You can see there's a charging port in there. So we're gonna have a little look at the accessories. We're gonna move the charging station a little bit to the side over there. Handy. And this is the box of goodies. The charger, of course, is also accessory, but then we have the manual. We have some thinking about connecting and disconnecting the batteries and stuff. Very handy. Actually figured out that the bike comes with 2 sets of keys, and there's a set of keys for each of the batteries. So yeah, I didn't know about that. I forgot to put the keys in here. Then there is a user manual for the lithium ion charger. This metal rod comes out of the front wheel, front of the bicycle. It's put in to prevent the front of the bicycle, these 2 fork things, to get the wrong distance. So they put this in, and you replace it with the one that comes with the wheel. Then it had a mini hand pump come along with it, so to pump up the tires, these nice big 26-inch tires. Then we have a tiny little toolkit. There is just about everything you need to put the bike together. Actually, I think I used all of them at some point. I would recommend having your own tools. These keys, the Allen keys that are in there, okay, these can be a bit dodgy, and sometimes, like when you want to put the front wheel on, you actually need 2 of the same size to do that, and they don't supply 2 of the same size. They only supply different sizes. You really needed 1 more of that size that the bolt of the bicycle front wheel has, to tighten it up on each side. But other than that, oh, did I mention that this is a beast of a bike? It's huge and very powerful. There's a 1,000-watt motor in there, and it will, according to the paperwork, this will go 50 kilometers per hour, which is legal in exactly, I don't know what country. It is limitable in the computer thing, so you can limit it to whatever is legal in your country, which is probably a good idea. I'm not gonna go 50 kilometers an hour on an e-bike And on top of that, the unit that they sent me is the top of the line. I think I mentioned this, but it has this battery going down here, and that is 19.2 amp hours of battery, and it's 48 volts. Then the battery inside of here is 9.6 amp hours, also 48 volts. We'll just have a look in the manual. They have the specs here. Look at that. These are the specs of this e-bike. Can you see that? Here are the specs. It's crazy powerful. It claims to be able to go 62 miles on the charge, pure electric, and 93 miles pedal assist. So if you're helping it, it will of course go further. 48 volts, and those are the battery sizes. I don't know, 500 times battery charge thingies. That's not as much as I was anticipating, but I might be used to other battery chemistries than this. I don't know if 500, I would say that's a bit on the low side. Charging voltage 54 volts, 3 amps, so the charger is charging with 3 amps. And yeah, oh, and heavy it is, 41 kilograms the bicycle weighs, and you feel that when you're moving it around. It can handle 150 kilograms, which means that I'm good to go still. So yeah, powerful bike, 1,000 watt motor power, as I said, 8 gears up here, so when you're doing the pedal assist you can use those. So yeah, how much power are we drawing? We are taking in 27 watts now, 26, so it's kind of going down. So probably at some point the battery will have I can't zoom in on the display, it's just you see nature reflections. It's taking in 26 watts now and 46 watts coming in, so this thing is balancing itself and the bicycle is balancing itself, so awesome. I do still want to try and charge this battery. I haven't done that yet, so let's try and remove the charge from here to there. Yeah, and it's drawing in a lot more power than before. I can't very well show you that, but it's taking in 200 or it goes up and down a little bit, 154 watts at the moment. Battery is still at 100% over here, so I'll let that charge a little bit and then we might go for a bit of a ride. Okay, here's actually a view of the power usage. So it's charging with 160 and it goes up and down a bit, but you can see the power unit is down to 96%, and that is because this is one of Allpower's smaller units. It's only 299 watt hours, and I just calculated the e-bike here, and the e-bike is 1382 watt hours. Those two batteries combined and multiplied by the voltage is 1382 watt hours of power. So even though it's charging at the moment, it's dropping, and the solar power is of course helping. And I'm gonna misuse this fact to go back to Krit at the Allpowers and ask if maybe it would be a good idea to send me a bigger unit. Krit, the e-bike is too powerful for the unit I got. You know what we need to do? We need to up our game here. So yeah, and it's at 100% still, but it's still taking in over 100 watts, 155, and it keeps going up and sniffing around the 240 watts as well. So yeah. So today we're being very thorough. I took out this little air pump from the plastic here, mini hand pump, and yeah, there's not a lot of help here. So I almost gave up on this because I couldn't figure this out. So, but now I think I do know. It comes with some accessories, and the pump is here. You can even mount it to something and take it off again. You can dismount this, and you can take that off, and you have this little air pump, and yeah, it's kind of cool, and it pumps. So those accessories does not fit in there, so what the heck was going on? And then I saw the back of it, and this actually screws out there, and there's a hose. So you can put this in both ways, in this end and screw that in, and also the other end. I'm afraid that there was a seal on here that broke, but it's still good. So this is the end that is not needed. This is good for bicycles, I think, but this bicycle has air vents that looks like cars, so you need the other ones, this one, the bigger one, and that does screw in, and I did test it, and you can pump it in. It even screws into there's inside frets, so you screw it on top of the nozzles down there, and you can pump it. It's not pumping a whole lot, so yeah, and there is no metering on it, so you can't see what the tire pressure is at any point. So yeah, it comes with a pump. It's a very nice, compact little funny unit, must admit. I like it. It takes a while. It takes forever to pump up the bicycle with this thing. So I cheated, and I have this plug, which goes very nicely into the Allpower's 12-volt outlet here. By the way, we're at 79%, and it's pulling in about 50 watts of solar, and we're charging the bike with about 160 watts. So, but now we can turn on our DC. There, DC is on. And now we have this extremely loud mini pump down here, which I'm not gonna advertise because I purchased this for my own money, so they are getting no love whatsoever, and it's very noisy. But it also doesn't seem to have power at the moment. Oh, there we go. Okay, even with the little electric pump, it took quite a while to get some air into these tires. You shouldn't pump them further than 20 psi, 1.4 bars, I think it said. I didn't pump that much into them actually, so they are a bit low. I thought they were plenty hard. They're very big wheels, so the surface area of them is large. It's still charging, but I've kind of yeah, 88 watts coming in, and it's charging with 162 watts at the moment. But I think we should go explore a little bit, so I'll continue charging when I get back. Oh dear, I didn't get far before I got some experience. I think my house is I think we just turned around a corner, so we can't see it, but well, I drove over this little stream of water here, which made it very apparent that it doesn't have any fenders, so all the water, well, comes up. Plus it's a very tall bicycle. You can kind of see I'm standing on it and leaning my gentleman parts on the lowest part, and I can just reach the ground, which meant that I tried to stop, and well, I put my foot in the stream, and when I pulled it up, the shoe didn't come along, so my sock is full of mud. So yeah, not a great start, but very difficult to blame the bicycle for my stupidity, even though I'm naturally gonna try. Okay, let's keep on going. I can already feel the pedal assist in mode 1 here a little bit. It has been all downhill from here, so yeah, I need to do it a bit more and see what it feels like. If this is not the money shot, I don't know what is. So yeah, this looks great. Nature. There is a heck of a view up here as well, so yeah, looks very good with that cliff face in the background. Maybe a good thumbnail. Hey, I was just messing around because I lost one of the little feet for my camera tripod here, and I was looking for it, and I was looking over under the bike, and if it had fallen down some... Oh, there's a button there. You need to turn on the second battery. So now I have even more power, and I thought it was powerful enough. So that's the big battery. So now we should have some some juice. So let's keep going. We are almost there. Very nice view. I think we'll go up there and see the view from up there. Howdy there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a beautiful view from up here. Look at that. The mountain that we just saw, and out there is just far away, and forest and little tracks and stuff. So yeah, I'll go and see. There should be a waterfall somewhere down there. Or maybe this is the money shot. Who knows? Oh, this looks very nice as well. Very nice big lake down there. Tracks to get down there. Bicycle, getting a little bit of a workout on these roads. I'm getting very dirty because there's no fenders on the bicycle, but that's a minor detail. Yeah, wonderful. I think the road is closed for now. There's a good 40 centimeters there, I believe, where it's deepest. So I might be able to go and balance on the rocks to get over there, but yeah, I don't think I want to bring the electric motor and stuff through all of that water. So a bit too much water for today. I think the waterfall, and there should be a little plunge pool up there where you can enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. The bike did great getting down here though. Okay, I gave it a chance, which now resulted in 2 wet shoes and some blood. Not worth it. Don't want to fall down that way or get the camera wet, or yeah, ow. Just need to go over there. Well, we did kind of get a waterfall. I don't think it's the waterfall that I was meant to get, and the bicycle is right there. So yeah, very nice money shot as well. Nature, and the trees are getting leaves. There's the tiniest little leaves on here. So yeah. So me and my 2 wet shoes and socks gonna pedal back home. Found my little thingy bob. I dropped it here. I need that for the tripod. We were filming here and I was packing the tripod away and getting it out and stuff like that. Yeah, halfway home, I guess. Okay, I'm back home, but at the moment I'm having the driveway concreted in, and that part up there was done yesterday, so it's not ready for driving on yet. So yeah, have to take it through the muddy back garden, where I also decided to put my shoe in the mud. So awesome. Yeah, we need to put that thing back on. There. Have that in my pocket. There, that would be irritating to lose. So, okay. The bike did really well. It says 1,000 watts of motor, but I have seen multiple times in the display here, you can kind of get a power reading of how much it's assisting you, and the paperwork said 1,000 watts, but this was often showing 1,300 and about 40 watts, 1,340. And I must admit, with the form that I'm in, anything less would have been bad, because I was struggling with even 1,300 watts of assistance. So let's pop the charger back in here. Do we need power that? That's the wrong one. We need that one. That goes in here. Oh, we get green on the charger. I'll take that one and pop it in there. There. Go in there. Ah, there we are. And now it's red, and it's popping in 140, 50 watts. So, oh, 186 watts. So what do I think about the ENGWE X26? I think it's a very big, a very tall bike, and I have difficulties getting on it and off of it because it's so tall. So maybe I should have gone with the smaller one. They have an X24 as well. That's a little bit lower. So this one is as high as it gets, and it's very high. Then I would have loved some fenders, because yeah, you get dirty. Not so much from behind, even though if we watch the bicycle in here, yeah, there is it gets dirty everywhere. See the back light of it, and the saddle thing on the back. So yeah, some fenders would have been awesome. It's very powerful. It goes up quite some slopes, so that is awesome, and it helps you. I think the pedal assist modes, I would like to tweak those a bit. Only the two last one, 4 and 5, I really found useful. The 3 first ones wasn't really doing much for me. I might not have tested them long enough, because, well, you know, you get an electric bicycle, you want all the assistance you can get ish. I wasn't going for a long distance here. I think I went about, oh, we can go check how far we went. So let's see if we can see the display here. We kind of can, maybe we can. I'll find the right one. We were away 46 minutes. Maximum speed we have been up to was 27.7 miles per hour, and average speed and distance 11 miles, and trip distance I don't know how that's not the same, but yeah, and that's power mode, and then the time we've been away again. So by the way, in the middle of the trip, I also found out that I needed to unlock the front suspension. I hadn't done that, so it became a lot nicer to ride after doing that. So another a bad thing that I found, I haven't found a way to lock the bike. How do you lock the bike so that no one nicks it? There is keys for it. I have them in my pocket here. 2 sets of keys. This one is for battery here, and those are for the battery inside here, and that's just to take the battery out. So I don't know if I can lock it by opening up this and locking the battery, and then it won't work, but that's kind of difficult to open up the bike and lock it. So other than that, you can only just turn it on and off up here, and yeah, someone can just come along and turn it on and off they go. Thank you for the bike. Oh, the power use, we got down to about 60% driving this. When you connect the charger again, it very quickly jumps up. So at the moment it's saying it's saying 71% of charge. But overall, I really did enjoy the bike. Only thing, it needs a bike lock so that no one else is gonna love my bike. And thank you very much to ENGWE for sending me this bike. Oh, it came on its own pallet. The pallet out here, it came on that. It was a big box. You saw it. It was 52 kilograms. Me and the DHL guy had our difficulties getting it out his van. If you're interested in a bike like this or one of ENGWE's other bicycles, there will most definitely be a link in the description so you can go check him out and see the prices of this. It's available in different sizes of batteries, colors and thingy bobs. So thank you very much for watching my videos, and Delilah at ENGWE for being an awesome product manager and shipping this bike to me in Portugal. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again. Remember to like the video and have an awesome day. Bye bye. Now I need to go and change my socks and shoes.